Hi everybody, I'm Selena and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a very cute but simple autumn inspired look. We're still in November. I am not someone that can hop into Christmas and it's still November. I gotta wait until at least December 1st. So I'm doing another autumn inspired look and this one is inspired by maple. So I'm going to be using the Revolution Pro All Natural palette. And this is what it looks like. I use this palette in my Y2K inspired look that I have on my channel. I'll link it somewhere up above. But today I'm going to be using these three shades right here. This dark brown called Chestnut, this shimmer called Maple, and then this matte called Truffle. So these are the three colors I'm going to be using right here. It's going to be cute, it's going to be simple, and I hope you guys stick around and watch. So starting off, I'm going to use my primer, and I have the same primer that I've been using. This is the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Face Primer. And I have bought this one as well as the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer that I have recently run out of. And to me, they pretty much work the same. This one is clear and the other one is like a very pale pink color, but on my skin, they work the same. And so when this one runs out, I'm going to just have to buy some more primer. I do have one more primer, which is the e.l.f. Grippy one, but it's still up in the air how I feel about that one. I'm not so sure I like grippy primers. So I like the ones that feel, I think it's like a silicone or something, but it actually feels really smooth going on the skin. Next, I'm going to do a little bit of color correcting / brightening around the eyes. I have not been sleeping well for I don't know how long, and you can see it in the eyes. It gets darker, and being that I have deep set eyes to begin with, is going to look even darker when I'm sleepy. So right now, I like to blend the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and then I have these two by LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade, what is this one? This is the Peach Corrector, and this is the Orange Corrector. And I mix all three of them together and put a little bit under my eye and on my eyelids. So this is what I do on my hand, and I just mix it together until I get something like this, and I'll just apply it. Okay, now that I'm looking a little raccoony, I will go into my foundation. This is the same foundation that I've been using in basically all my videos. I did buy a new one, also drugstore, because I want to film a full face of drugstore makeup video, but that's coming later. Right now, I still have the L'Oreal True Match foundation, and my shade is in W9.5 Deep Warm. And I have really been enjoying just applying my foundation like this. I used to do the little dabs on my face, and then a couple times I've even tried to apply it with a brush to like paint it on first and then dab it in with a sponge, but it's just easier to use my finger. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I didn't use a lot because I don't need super full coverage or anything like that, and it's all pretty much off my hand. And then I will take a clean sponge like this and just blend it in. Okay, and so next, after that, I am going to be using the Glam Goth Beauty Dark Renaissance palette, and it looks like this. Let me take my plastic sheet away. Looks just like this. And this is an all-over face palette, and so I'm going to be using some of these browns to contour and bronze. And so for to contour my cheeks is what I'm trying to say. I'm going to use this color here called Sculpture. I'm just going to use the other side of my sponge that I use for my concealer and just dab into it and apply it to my cheeks. And different people apply their contour differently. I like to keep it like right under this spot here because that's my bone right there. I have you can see it when I smile, like right under there. I try and keep it right under there. And I'll do a little bit on my forehead too because your girl got a lot of space up there. And then I will take my brush slightly, you see the angle there? And that's what I use for my bronzing. And so I'm going to take a little bit of this, do I want So Baroque? I'll take a little bit of So Baroque and also Sculpture to do my forehead. So I just dab a little there and a little bit there. And then dab the excess off on a paper towel. And I don't know if it's picking up on camera that well, but I can see where I've applied my little bronzer. Next, I'm gonna go back to that that I used before on my cheeks, and I'll take some for my nose. Okay, and then I will go back to my e.l.f. Camo Concealer and add a little bit to the center of my nose and right here. And I'll go back, I'll switch sides, back to the concealer side and dab that in. And then I go in with setting powder, and this is my Wet n Wild Photo Focus loose setting powder in their shade Deep. And at this point, I just use a big fluffy brush like this. Okay, and now I'm going to move into the palette. This palette is cheaply made, like it's made with the cheap plastic, and you can see the gold is starting to come off. I store my palettes vertically like this, so sliding it on and off the shelf, this gold didn't stand a chance. But this is what I'm going to be using. I really like these three colors. I'm going to keep it very simple. So I'm taking my e.l.f. eye contour brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Chestnut. And for Chestnut, I'm going to stay on the outer portion of my eye here and drag it across the crease. Okay. And next I'm going to take a slightly fluffier brush, and this was stained by my black eyeshadow that I had. But this is the ColourPop E17 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Truffle here, and I'm going to use that to buff out the darker edges. And I didn't think it would be, but it's practically the same shade as my skin tone. And I think I'll just go ahead and put it on the portion of my eyelid that I didn't touch yet. It can act like a little setting powder. Okay, and then I'm going to go in, excuse me, it is powdery. I'm going to go in with the shade Maple here, this shimmery shade. I'm just going to put that over my eyelid there. I think I'm just going to use my finger. So this doesn't have hardly any kick up, but you see that coppery finish? I like that, and I want that shine on my eyelids. Ooh, that's nice. I like the way that looks, but I want to try and apply it with a brush. So I'm going to use a flat one like this, so I can like really pack it on there. Okay, and then I'm going to go back in with my brush to darken the outer corner of my eye again. And drag a little bit underneath. And then go back into that truffle shade to soften the edges some more. And then just clean up whatever you're not liking. Should I do a color in the inner corner of my eye? This one's a slightly brighter gold. Since it's in like the same family, I'll use this one up here, and this shade is called Slumber. Okay, and then for eyeliner, where is it? I'm going to use the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Get Lucid. And I want to try this because it's a bit coppery, and since it's similar to what's on my eyes, I want to see what that looks like. Hopefully this doesn't ruin it. So it's a bit different in color than I thought it would be. That's okay. I kind of want to soften that, so I'm going back into that dark shade to buff that out. Okay. So I never do anything with my eyebrows but brush them. But if you are someone who likes to do your eyebrows, or you have an eyebrow gel, eyebrow glue, eyebrow wax, go right ahead. I haven't gotten into that aspect of makeup and beauty yet with the eyebrows. So anyway, next I'm going to do my eyelashes. Making a little bit of a mess up here. Next I'm going to do my eyelashes, and first I'm going to prime my eyelashes with the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Primer, and then I'm going to go over top of it with the L'Oreal Bambi Oversized Eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I already did one eye, just multiple coats of it, and look at the difference. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to show you how I did that. Use the lash primer first. So now I look like this. And then I go over top with this. So that is what the eyelashes are looking like. And now I'm going to go actually set my face because I haven't done that yet. No, I'm not going to set my face. I didn't put any blush on my cheeks. I'm going back into the Dark Renaissance palette. It is only what time is it? It is only 3:18 and it is so dark outside. Oh my goodness. So anyway, I'm going back in here. I'm gonna use my blush brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Florence right here, as well as this shade here called So Baroque. And I'm going to apply both of those to my cheeks for my blush. Actually, I think I want to go into a Rebirth to add just a little bit of luminescence to the cheeks, because there's some shimmers in there and I'm trying to see if they would pop up. But oh, you can kind of see. You can kind of see the shimmers. So okay. So Rebirth is that shade right there. And then I'm going to lightly dab my face with some powder, then use my setting spray. Okay, and now I'm going to use the e.l.f. Matte Magic Setting Mist. And then last but not least, I'm going to go in with my lip combo. This has basically become my go-to, and this is the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Control, spelled CTRL. And then I have the ColourPop Lip Oil that I use as a gloss in the shade Hot Shot to top it off with. And I've mentioned in my other videos that I prefer ColourPop's lip oils over their lip glosses because I'm not someone that likes really heavy, thick, sticky glosses. And that's what ColourPop's glosses are, but their oils to me act like a lip gloss without the heaviness and stickiness. They super high shine, and I find them to be very long lasting on my lips. So I'm gonna go in, with the lip pencil. And then I just top it off with the gloss, if I could line correctly. And look, I can now like scrape the walls of this. I've been using it so much. Okay, and now I'm going to remove my hair scarf, put on my jewelry, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look. I went ahead and just sprayed one more time with my setting spray and then fluffed out my puff back here. And that is the final look. I think this is very autumnal. This is such a fall look and I really like it. I think I dragged my blush up a little too high though, but I still think it looks good. So a bunch of different oranges and browns and maple. This is giving maple leaf and I really love it and I hope you guys love it too. So let's do a little close up. I'm really loving how the shimmer turned out. I didn't know what it was gonna look like because I only swatched it once like a long time ago. But I think it turned out really nice. And I don't think spraying the brush helped it apply any better than applying it dry, in my personal opinion. But I really like this palette as cheaply made as it is. I still really like the colors in here. They are quite powder. A lot of the mattes, I should say, are very powdery. So if you don't like super powdery chalky mattes, you might not like it, but you can get some really cute looks out of here. Anyway, I don't have a lot to say. I just wanted to come on here and show you guys my late autumn maple because we are almost in December, but like I said, it's not winter yet. And I am not feeling Christmassy yet. I'm not Christmassy until December. So anyway, thank you all for watching and I'll be back again soon.